round.
So, 2025, we bring a brand new twist to the Free Fire format. I know it's very exciting to see something a little bit new here at the tournament. Neptune, I want to pick your brain on this because you're basically an expert on the brand new format. I want to hear your thoughts on it. What are the benefits of this new format actually at EWC?
Well, at first, we go in for Champion Rush because there's a lot of potential for the underdogs to be able to grab that championship. But we also have Point Rush before that day, so more chances of them of grabbing points even before reaching that 80.
Well, I don't know. Based on what I heard from the VO, that dude sounded like some kind of nerd. It's crazy, but I think for the most part of it, it's interesting to see how this format is going to change the landscape of Free Fire for the most part of it, right? Because again, it's a format that most people are prepared for or might not even be ready.
Well, it's way different to me because in Brazil, we usually don't use that type of format. So it will be a really surprise for me. And I'm really anxious about what Brazilians can do, knowing that they need to work in this different type of game, you know, like they probably will need to be more aggressive.
Lots of homework, I suspect, for the Brazilian teams. But hey, sometimes
video
need a little bit of pressure to perform. Now, speaking of performing, what are these teams aiming for? Well, I'm glad you all asked because we do have a massive prize pool here at EWC. And the major prize pool, first place, $1 million is on the line for our team at the very tippy top.
300,000 for first place. Second place, you nearly get half of it. You only get 180,000, but this is life-changing money for a majority of these players.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone on the line, everyone who will be stepping on the stage will have a piece of that prize pool and just have to hustle a little bit more so that they will have more.
Exactly. So with so much money on the line, can you really afford to make any mistakes here, folks? I mean, this is the pinnacle of Free Fire. Aside from the World Series at the World Championships, like this is the second best thing, really. So what's on the line here aside from the prize pool? The glory, I think we also kind of have to mention, we do have our champion from last year here, Team Falcons, right? They were the champions of 2024. Is there pressure for this team to actually preserve their title? Or are they maybe, you know, sort of a little bit lower on the stepping block here? Because to be fair, we did have a conversation backstage about this. Falcons not looking great this season, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like they are not that prime team, especially when the OG teams from last year are playing. Two of them are new, but had some experience in terms of dealing with those in the World Series. So I guess we have to find out right now. It might be smokes and mirrors for Team Falcons just to throw us off in our game.
I don't know. It sounds like you're pulling off the smokes and mirrors for them. You're already sprinkling the smoke screen, Neptune. I see what you're doing here because, again, I think that Southeast Asia is looking at this tournament after seeing what the Free Fire World stage has given to these players. And not to mention that Brazil was able to take the World Series last year. So therefore, I mean, this is a tournament we want to win bad.
Yeah, I think they really won that, but I think it's good to remember that it's a type of it's a different format for the last year, right? So maybe Team Falcons can do the same as they did in the last year.
Anything can happen at EWC of all places, you know. Got to pull out some of those tricks. Now, speaking of tricks, we're not going to have too much of a trick here because this is today's schedule. If you keep up with competitive Free Fire, it's pretty standard in terms of the map order, so nothing too crazy, but this is the order of maps we're going to play for today's games. And remember, folks, we are playing with teams in Group A and B. We are not having everybody play today. We have split the teams into 3 groups, and A and B, they'll be playing the maps in this order. Neptune, any kind of words you want to add here for the maps?
One thing I would say is Bermuda is mostly scrappy because everyone knows the map. It's an OG map, so you would know the rotation, you would know how to work it out for each compound, but some teams use this as an advantage because of all the chaos, and it's day number 1. So we don't have the drop spot specific yet for each team. So if you can stay away from everyone, just watch them out for the edge of the circle, you might get a lot of eliminations, similar to what we've seen Falcons did from last year.
Now that sounds boring. I think they need to start right from the get-go, prove that they are the best team, that everybody, this is our drop spot, nobody else gets to play here for free, not without a cost.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of Free Fire, it's not just Free Fire here at EWC. We also have the Club Championships. Now, we're going to be jumping into the STC Club Championships update so you guys know what is currently happening with the point system. Throw the video production.
This is the Esports World Cup Club Championship, the ultimate cross-game competition that will crown the best esports club in the world. Let's break down how it works. Clubs will be able to compete at the Esports World Cup and as many titles as they can qualify for. The clubs will then earn points based on their placement in each title. To qualify for the Club Championship, a club will need a top 8 placement in at least 2 competitions. But to win the championship, a club must place first in at least 1 competition. At the end of the Esports World Cup, the 24 clubs with the highest number of points will earn a share of the $27 million, with the winner taking home a staggering $7 million, and of course, the title of the best esports club in the world. Who will rise above and write their place in history? Watch it all here at the Esports World Cup.
I'm Yunsul and welcome to our Club Championship Weekly Recap. What a week one thrilling it has been across the Esports World Cup 2025. And last Friday, we saw Team Red Light emerge victorious in Ren Sports. Then, on Saturday, Detonation Focus Me Gold 1 claimed the inaugural Fatal Fury tournament title, going undefeated and denying Quaishou Gaming Shanghai his bid to become the first 2-time EWC champion. Sunday brought us to the conclusions of both Valorant and Apex Legends. In Valorant, Team Heretics secured their first 1,000 points in a club championship. While they've had a strong start, they are not yet eligible for the prize money, as they only have 1 top 8 placement so far in Apex Legends. After an intense 9 games, VK Gaming were crowned the championship. Looking at the updated club championship standings, we now have 5 clubs tied for the first place. 4 of these, Team Heretics, Detonation Focus Me, BMW M Team, Red Line, Red Bull Sim Racing, and VK Gaming won titles this past week. Gen G Esports is the only club in this leading group has yet to win a game title. Further down the board, 5 clubs are tied for the 6th place. 4 of Team Virtus Pros, ROC Esports, Fnatic, and Quaishou Gaming secured the 2nd place finishes in titles this week. Team Falcons is the only club in this group that did not place 2nd. Crucially, after week 1, only 3 clubs participating in the club championships are currently eligible for the prize money, having secured 2 or more confirmed top 8 placements. These are Gen G Esports with 1,000 points, boasting 3 top 8 placements in Valorant, Apex Legends, and League of Legends. Team Falcons with 750 points, having achieved 4 top 8 placements in Ren Sports, Fatal Fury, Dota 2, and Apex Legends. AGAL with 400 points, with top 8 placement in League of Legends and Honor of Kings. These 3 clubs have successfully claimed at least top 8. 2 top 8 placements, making them eligible for the Club Championship prize money. What a fantastic start to the EWC Club Championship.
Thank you so much, Yunsul, for the STC Club Championship update. We're going to be getting some more updates later this week, so keep an eye out if you do have a club that you are cheering for. Now, we are getting closer and closer to our first match of the day here, ladies and gentlemen. Group A versus Group B. The most important match, really, for both of these groups, because you want a good start. You don't want to be starting on that back foot, and a lot happens in this first match. And it looks like we are getting an update. We're getting the Jamal Motorsports player arrival cam. Players are arriving to the venue. And as you can see here, we are seeing some of the players still at the hotel, boarding their shuttles, getting ready to go. So once the players are here, they're going to be set up, and they're going to be ready for this match. But a lot of thinking, a lot of talking, a lot of discussions are going to be had as the players are sort of getting on their way and getting ready for that first match. But Gideon, if you were one of the teams competing at EWC, what would be the first thing that you'd kind of want to talk about on the way to the venue?
I think the first things that these teams are going to be talking about is, number one, mental strategy that they're going to be coming on, and most importantly, how much of a statement you want to make on the very first day. Keep in mind, it's not like we have a lot of days of play. It's not in a full entire league. It's a tournament format. So each map, each day really has to count. It's quality over quantity right now.
I mean, for me, I had experience being a coach, and one thing I tell a team, or similar to what the team that we have right now in this group is, treat this day as if it is the last day. Treat this day as if it is grand final, so at least you have to give it all.
Absolutely. Raja?
I agree with everything. I think the first day is really important, even for the Brazilian players, because they need to understand like the landing spots and this type of stuff, because it's going to be really important at the final. So they need to know what to do in the beginning of the game.
All right, now we do have our power rankings from my panelists as well. I'm so excited to talk about this because you guys, you're going to kick things off for today with your top 3 teams. And I think our viewers are kind of keen to know who you think are going to be our top dogs. So let's have a look at those power rankings, shall we? And see where my analysts have placed our teams from Group A and B. We do have the Club Championship points. Just a quick update in case you guys did previously miss it. But we will have our power rankings in just a second. But before the graphic pops up, I do know that you guys all had the same top 2 picks. Walk me through this.
How did she know? Who leaked it? Who leaked it already? Okay.
I know everything. The third eye.
Oh man. Okay, look. So no big secret here. Obviously, when we saw the groups earlier, everybody's going to be leaning to the big favorites of Group A and as well as Group B. It's going to be that Fluxo. It's going to be that Falcon, simply put.
Yeah, I think we need to agree that Fluxo and Team Falcons, they are really consistent. So that's important, and we need we need to see everything, and we need to point this. And I also put Alpha 34, but I was being optimist. You know, like I was trying to put another Brazilian team. I could put like Pain Gaming, but I don't know. I like Alpha 34 too, so I don't know. That's my pick for my 3 picks for today.
Neptune, I want to hear your third pick.
Yeah.
Why did you go for EVOS?
Not only did it go second place from last year, but we also are about to see the Wonder Kid, Russia, play in here. So I want to see this guy beat up like a lot of snipers in this stage, and just a kid being the best.
Kid being the best. If we're talking about kids here, vitality, they have shown us something else, right? I mean, throughout their own regular season, especially when we're talking about Southeast Asia, they take an Indonesian style that has continued to develop and honestly proven to work, but they're adding their own little flavor on it. If they are looking to play for those final zones like most Indonesian teams are going to do, they are the most aggressive amongst them. They are the ones who are going to say, we are going to die on this hill, we're going to fight you tooth and nail until we take it from you.
I would agree with that. I mean, we've seen RRQ as well, not only from last year, but in their regional matches as well. So their adaptability is being taken by Team Vitality, and like this is the first time that they will be coming here. Compared to RRQ, they have seen all those struggles, all those mistakes, and I guess they have a counter for that.
Yeah, I love hearing your thoughts and opinions there for the Aramco Power Ranking. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sharing your top teams for Groups A and B. But we do have an extra story here for you folks. The road to Riyadh for Team Fluxo. Let's see how their journey was to the EWC 25.
Eu acho que foi a gente teve mau desempenho devido à falta de experiência. EWC, querendo ou não, é pouco período de campeonato, então a gente chegou aqui sem saber o que fazer.
Backup shows up and Seven under pressure gets taken out.
Esports still alive and kicking as Fluxo gets taken out in 7.
They completely just collapsed.
Mas acabou que esse ano a gente voltou sabendo o que a gente vai fazer, treinamos muito e se habituamos ao campeonato. Assim que acabou a EWC de 2024, a gente parou para conversar, porque justamente pelo mau desempenho que a gente teve, a gente não aceitava, porque nosso time somos um dos melhores do Brasil. Então meio que a gente sentou para conversar todo mundo, conversamos para ver o que a gente ia melhorar, o que a gente ia treinar mais, e resolvemos mudar muita coisa para esse ano aí.
Booyah for our Brazilian
Agradecer a torcida porque vim pra esse ano aí fazer diferente, a gente veio fazer diferente. Sei que ano passado foi um desempenho muito abaixo da gente, só que a gente veio com a cabeça erguida pra esse ano, pra fazer totalmente diferente e sair daqui com o título.
Sometimes you need to have those devastating lessons to really push you to that next level. And Raja, I know you're an expert of the Brazilian teams, especially Team Fluxo. Do you think they have what it takes to win EWC this